Bananas, oranges, and avocados have always been taught as the heroes of a healthy body. But if your kidneys are already exhausted, eating those fruits is exactly like pouring wet cement into a tea strainer. Your kidneys don't break down from filtering 200 liters of fluid every day. They break down because of the heavy minerals you force through them. If you want your kidneys to last well into old age, stop overloading them with potassium and start eating these lighter fruits instead. 1. Cranberry. Cranberries are not just sour little fruits that get squeezed into boxed juice. They are a personal bodyguard for your urinary tract. Urinary tract infections are the kidney's worst enemy. If bacteria manage to climb from the bladder and creep all the way up to the kidneys, it's over. Your kidneys are forced to abandon their primary job of filtering blood and suddenly switch into full combat mode to fight off a bacterial invasion. This is where cranberries arrive with a specialized weapon. This fruit contains a compound called type A proanthocyanidins. The name is hard to pronounce, but the way it works inside your body is surprisingly straightforward. This compound turns the entire lining of your urinary tract into an ultra-slippery surface. Picture your bladder wall as a cliff face that E. coli bacteria are trying to climb. These bacteria have a kind of sticky tentacle that grips tightly onto your cell walls. The moment you eat cranberries, that compound coats the cliff with a non-stick layer. The bacteria try to grip, slip off, fall back down, and ultimately get flushed out the next time you urinate. Your kidneys up above don't even need to know there was ever a serious infection threat brewing below. The whole problem is resolved at the gate. Without an infection draining their resources, your kidneys can allocate 100% of their energy to their real job, clearing toxins from your blood. 2. Blueberry. A lot of people are obsessed with eating a banana every morning. One medium banana contains around 422 milligrams of potassium. A young, healthy kidney might just shrug at that number, but for a kidney that has been quietly wearing down for years, that number is a threat. By direct comparison, half a cup of blueberries carries only around 57 milligrams of potassium, a dramatic difference. And you might be thinking, wait, since when did potassium become the villain? An overwhelmed kidney loses the ability to excrete excess potassium, and when potassium builds up in the blood, your heart's rhythm can suddenly go haywire. Blueberries are an incredibly quiet fruit. They don't advertise their nutrients on the outside, but the work they do on the inside is relentless. Your kidneys are constantly operating under brutal oxidative stress. They are a machine that never gets switched off. A machine that never stops running will always produce heat and residue. That residue is what we call free radicals. Blueberries arrive carrying the pigment anthocyanin, the compound responsible for their deep blue color. This pigment goes directly into the bloodstream and acts like millions of microscopic sponges. These sponges absorb free radicals before they have the chance to scratch and wound the delicate filtering cells inside the kidney. I still shake my head sometimes at how efficient something this small can be. The kidneys don't have to labor through filtering heavy minerals. Instead, they receive an internal rust removal service. If this is your first time visiting this channel, subscribe now so you don't miss out on other health-related content like this. Now, let's move on to the next topic. 3. Apple. You've probably heard the tired old saying about eating an apple a day keeping the doctor away. But very few people actually know why apples are that powerful, especially when it comes to the kidneys. The answer is hiding in something most of us peel off, throw away, or ignore entirely: pectin. Pectin is a type of soluble fiber that transforms into a thick gel inside your stomach. The moment you chew and swallow a slice of apple, pectin slowly descends into the intestines and begins to swell. This is where the real magic happens. Before digestive toxins and metabolic waste products can penetrate the intestinal wall and enter the bloodstream, pectin captures them first. This is exactly like hiring an extremely expensive personal assistant to sort through and delete all your junk mail before it ever reaches the boss's inbox. Your kidneys are the boss. If the toxins are already locked tight inside the pectin gel and expelled through your stool in the morning, your kidneys no longer have to sweat through filtering that same waste from the blood. Their workload drops dramatically. On top of that, apples carry natural anti-inflammatory properties that calm the blood vessels around the abdominal area. Stable blood pressure that doesn't spike means the physical pressure on the microscopic filters inside the kidneys also eases up. All of this organ-saving mechanism comes from one ordinary piece of fruit that might be sitting ignored on your desk right now. 4. Red grapes. This has nothing to do with expensive wine or packaged juice loaded with syrup. This is purely about eating whole red grapes with the skin on. The deep red-purple pigment clinging tightly to that grape skin holds a secret your kidneys love. It's called resveratrol. Resveratrol is like a premium anti-erosion lubricant for your blood capillaries. Take a moment to recall the anatomy. Your kidneys are not made of solid muscle. They are made of millions of coiled threads of extremely thin and fragile blood vessels. If those vessels start to stiffen, harden, or become inflamed from a careless diet, the kidneys immediately lose the ability to pump fluid properly. The result? Your body starts to swell in your feet, your face, because fluid becomes trapped with nowhere to go. Resveratrol penetrates your system and forces those tiny blood vessels to stay elastic, relaxed, and wide open. 5. Pineapple. Oranges are delicious and refreshing, but they always come with a problem when your kidneys are struggling, because their potassium level is significant enough to cause trouble. So where can you get a high dose of vitamin C and that bright tropical freshness without punishing your kidney filters? Pineapple is the answer. Pineapple is a strange and beautiful exception in the world of tropical fruits. Most fruits that grow under an equatorial sun are extremely dense with potassium. Bananas, avocados, papaya, all of them heavy. But pineapple takes a different path. Your kidneys welcome a slice of pineapple with a red carpet. And the reason is not just because pineapple sidesteps potassium. Pineapple brings in a battalion of protein-splitting enzymes called bromelain. Bromelain is aggressive and relentless when it encounters inflammation. If there is even the slightest scar tissue or minor swelling around your kidneys, the result of years of late nights and not drinking enough water, bromelain moves fast, like a medical team pouring cold water directly onto the inflamed site. Nature sometimes has a good sense of humor. It designed a fruit with a sharp, spiny outer shell and piercing leaves on top, but packed the inside with some of the gentlest healing fluid for our internal organs. The enzymes in pineapple help break down complex proteins from the meat you eat, which automatically reduces acid stress in the body while keeping the kidney's nerve response sharp and alert. A cold slice of pineapple on a scorching afternoon is not just a treat for your throat, it gives your kidneys a precious window to breathe. Now let's talk about timing. Eating fruit between main meals around 10 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon is a brilliant hydration strategy. During these vulnerable hours, blood starts to thicken and the kidneys are straining to pump it through. Eating an apple or pineapple at this time is like injecting structured water directly into your cells, while simultaneously stabilizing your blood sugar as it dips. This is why treating fruit as an afterthought dessert following a heavy meal is a serious mistake. When your stomach is already working hard, your kidneys need pure fluid, not additional metabolic byproducts to deal with on top of everything else. A special note. This is exactly the point where we need to have an honest conversation about beloved fruits like bananas, avocados, and oranges. For healthy kidneys, they are powerhouses of energy. But for someone with chronic kidney disease, a banana can instantly become a ticking time bomb. A damaged kidney loses the ability to excrete excess potassium. As a result, that potassium accumulates silently in the blood, disrupts the heart's electrical signals, and can cause your heart to stop beating without any warning. Remember, we're just here to share information. For medical advice and treatment, your dietitian is the expert.